What's up, guys? This is TVW slash The Vault Within here, bringing you guys some Elder Scrolls Online PvE action, fighting against this one boss in this one dungeon, the Investigated Gren? Something like that? I don't know. I can't read from here because I'm, recording off of Vegas. But, this was kinda actually really an interesting gameplay I got right here. There's a couple group dungeons you can do in the game with some buddies, and there are literally 5 to 6 bosses depending on what type of dungeon you're doing. But this actually took us like at least 20 to 19 attempts to try to kill or defeat this boss, because we were having some trouble. Not just because like I was dying, but the whole point of defeating this boss is pretty much survival, and that's pretty much really cliche and as obvious as that sounds. But you really want to try to have everyone stay alive as long as possible, because what happens is when the more people die within your group, the more less people he can deal with, if that makes sense. So if there was just 2 of us, what happens is he'll focus on one person, and the whole method of defeating this guy is to have stamina, as much stamina as possible, because that purple magic attacks he's shooting at us requires some dodging, and I mean, at least for me, because if I get hit by it, I take a lot of damage from it. So, and what happens is when he shoots the skull attack at you, he knocks you back and takes pretty much a good chunk of your health. So it requires a lot of stamina to dodge it, and if you only have 2 people alive, you're pretty much going to be dodging like the whole time. So that is kind of why you want everyone to stay alive as long as possible. And it's really hard to not make your friends die, because they really have to be focused, and all you can really do is just tell them, hey, you need to focus and to dodge as fast as possible, and just focus on his attacks. And the whole thing, when he releases those wraiths, no, they're called restless ghosts. I thought they were wraiths, but whatever. So he'll summon these restless ghosts to attack you on the side while he's to a certain amount of health. And pretty much what you want to do is to focus on the ghosts, but also look at the boss, because the boss is what really is going to mess your day up if you do not pay attention to his animations like that. Because every time you see him charging a move, more likely he's going to shoot his powerful attack, which is that skull beam you saw that he shoots. That's like a turquoise color, and that's the one that really messes up your day, because it knocks you back on the ground and it takes literally a whole entire chunk of your life. And you'll see me get hit by it a couple times because I just did not pay attention to his animations. And I think in this video you'll see me almost dying, and I'll have like a really slither of health, and it was just clutch. And me and my other friend, we kind of end up clutching the boss, and it was pretty cool. That's why I kind of wanted to show you guys this awesome clip or gameplay, because I think it's really entertaining to watch. See, I got hit by right there. So today I just kind of want to talk about the leveling system in this game, because I've heard that they made a lot of patches in the past few days, and some people are actually complaining because they can't do the same grinding methods as they did before. And I don't know if that's like a good thing or a bad thing. I mean, obviously it's a bad thing, because leveling up in this game, it's not hard, it just takes a lot of grinding, and that's usually with a lot of MMOs that are out today. It requires a lot of time investment, because leveling usually isn't hard at all in any MMOs. I mean, RuneScape had its good grind that it had, and that is why a lot of people were playing the game all the time, because they would literally invest time in that game, and they would spend countless hours on leveling a certain skill. That's kind of how it is in this game, except there's no skills. I mean, there's skills, but not like fishing or woodcutting or any of that type of stuff. But here it's just all about completing dungeons daily, doing group mobs or any group dungeons you'll see with like friends. Questing's a huge one, because questing gives you so much quest points, it's not even funny. Or not quest points, quest experience, I guess you can say. And a lot of people hate questing, but I mean, that's usually the big impact, or the big the best method you can do to level up in this game. Sorry, I'm trying to figure out certain words to say, but yeah, so I mean, really questing is not really a big deal to me. I really like questing in this game, as surprising as that sounds, but some people really just don't like questing, and you know, that's kind of the whole point in this game, is quests and grouping with, you know, friends for PvP and PvE type events. And you know, it took me like, I don't know how long. I was level 50, and then when I jumped to the veteran ranks later, it took, I like to say it took like a good week for me to go to veteran 1 to veteran 2, and that's just constantly playing the game too. Like, this wasn't just 2 hours a day, this was like 6 to 8 hours a day playing the game. And that's how long it took me to get from veteran rank to, or veteran 1, I'm sorry, to veteran 2. So you can imagine how long it takes to level up in this game. I will say that a lot of people had really an easy time. Oh yeah, right here, I almost get owned, and then I somehow managed to survive, probably because I activated my potion. If I didn't activate that potion, I probably would have died, and we probably more than likely would have had to try this boss again, because usually when I'm dead, don't want to sound cocky, but usually when I'm dead, usually that's guaranteed that we're gonna lose the boss fight, because since I'm playing a Nightblade, you know, I'm so invested into stamina that I can just dodge his moves really easily and without having to sacrifice a lot of stamina by doing it, because the Nightblade just benefits so much from stamina, it's not even funny. But anyways, yeah, so, you know, a lot of boss fights like this was actually kind of sad, because this wasn't the last boss in this dungeon, and the last boss we faced, it literally, you know, it got to the point where we're like, okay, there's no way we can do this, because I think we're actually pretty under level doing this dungeon, even though this is like a veteran rank 2 dungeon, but it does cap to depending on the members you have on your team, because in here I'm like veteran rank 4, I believe, and then we have some veteran rank 3s. I think they're all veteran rank 3s. I'm like the only high level here out of the group. But what it does, it caps to that. So it's not, even though it says veteran rank 2, it's capped to where it balances it out to where it's like our level with like more difficulty combined with that. So the last boss gave us a lot of trouble. I forgot her name, but she literally can like one-shot you when she teleports you, and then she does like a swinging sword attack that pretty much takes half your life, and she's like super fast, and there's no way you can dodge her attacks without tanking her hits, because she's not that type of boss to keep your distance, because she'll just pretty much run at you and just wail on you. Yeah, it was really a hard boss to do. So we had to end up quitting, which really sucks, because we were really close, and we probably literally spent like 2 to 3 hours in this dungeon, because we've been failing a lot on a lot of the bosses, because like I said, we were under level, so we're having a lot of trouble. Yeah, so I mean, I personally don't think leveling up in this game is hard. I mean, not that it's hard, but it takes forever. I actually like games that take a lot of time to level up, because, you know, it gives you a reason to keep on playing the game. But if you really want to save yourselves from boredom in this game, I would really suggest you join a guild, or just make a lot of friends and form a group, because I personally do not think you will have a good time playing this game if you're just always going lone wolf all the time, because, you know, MMOs are supposed to be about, you know, grouping with friends and teamwork. You know, that's usually how it is. Some MMOs you can get away by playing solo, but more than likely you're gonna get bored of it really fast, because there's no motivation. I don't know, that's just usually how I am. And I would really suggest you join a guild and make a lot of friends. I mean, this isn't the only game that benefits from that. Like, even Destiny, you want to make friends too, because if you're doing like crusades and raids, obviously you kind of want to have a couple friends playing with you. I don't know, because it just makes the game more interesting, and you have more fun, and then it gives you more motivation to actually go for a goal, you know. Another thing I kind of want to talk about is the loot system in this game, because I don't think a lot of people know that the loot system is actually not that bad. If you always go around the continents of the game, there's always world bosses, there's always solo dungeons you can do, there's Oblivion Gates you can do. You always can do those daily because they respawn. It's not like a once in a lifetime thing and you're done with it. Especially the Oblivion Gates, if you clear those out daily, like do that as your routine, I guarantee you'll get a really good drop, because I've been doing like a lot of Oblivion Gates lately, and I've been literally getting like lots of purple weapons. It's pretty ridiculous. And even though I can't use those purple weapons because I've been getting a lot of purple great axes, purple like long swords, and I think I got purple staff, it's really good. And you know, the loot system I feel like is more catered towards doing like events like that, where you're clearing, you know, group dungeons, and Oblivion Gates and all that kind of stuff. So that's enough of the video. This kind of has to get cut short because yeah, we pretty much fail on this part, I think. So I'm gonna cut it here. Please leave a like if you enjoyed this video, and I'll talk to you guys later. See ya.